is chief commandant of terrorists. He sits and eats with them, Nigerian cleric said. The senior pastor of awaiting the second coming of Christ ministry, Adewale Giwa, has described President Muhammadu Buhari as chief commandant of terrorists. Giwa, in a statement on Monday, alleged that the president is against the progress of Nigeria and that he sits with terrorists and eats with terrorists. Giwa said the enemies of Nigeria are shying away from what can permanently solve the challenges facing the country. Why do they think they can have us under control? No, impossible. President Muhammadu Buhari is chief commandant of terrorists. He does not want the progress of the nation. All he cares for is his Fulani kinsmen who have continued to rape our women, kidnap and kill innocent citizens who are bandits. Are they Yoruba, Igbo or Ishekiri? Of course they are not Igbo, Yoruba or Fulani. I am sure if a Yoruba man was hiding in a bush somewhere in Ogun State, controlling a good number of terrorists somewhere while killing and kidnapping innocent citizens, President Buhari must have dealt with him and his group. This clearly means that something is fishy. The Spirit of God has led me to reveal a number of things in Nigeria, but they failed to act promptly. I said that Buhari had created jobs for his kinsmen through terrorism. I also revealed that there are terrorists sitting and eating with the president today. So today everything is now glaring that the current government is encouraging and empowering terrorists. Nigerians need to wake up and truly call on God to save them like he did during the late General Sani Abacha. Nobody is greater than the Almighty God, our Creator. You might think you have today, but you don't have tomorrow because no one knows tomorrow. Okay. Listen, I think it's coming a bit. This clerk, for me, I've never really heard of him before, so I don't know when he might have given his warning, but recently, as of now, I think what is now pushing a lot of pastors to come out and say, see, I told you. Even Bishop Odekwa said the same thing, that Nigerians will not make the same mistake of 2015. But you can't deny that Commodore Olawumi's claim on Channels TV was not monumental, was not a shift, wasn't as impactful, because that really solidified. This man has 30 years of experience in the NDA. He has been promoted. I don't know how the ranks work, but he's very much experienced. He has 35 years, so he must have worked very much and known, and of course that's his territory, so there is of course the things have to be proven, but there is some weight that he holds, especially for the fact that he's had 35 years experience and he knows what he's talking about. So that's it. So yeah, this whole I don't know Nigeria, we can't deny that Nigeria is in trouble. Nigeria has shown signs of being in trouble. We don't know what's going on in the country. Nobody knows. The voices of clergymen is coming very late when Fulani has taken over all the regions. Someone else says, we should not forget when Goodluck Jonathan was the president and he said the same thing. Mr. Clerk, it is not a recent. Why not pray that all these negative things would leave us? Someone says that is sign of nepotism, favoritism, and tribalism inside life. Someone says Britain sees these, says nothing, and does nothing about their business empire. Why would they? Someone says it might be true because did forget they once they forget they were once. I can't even understand this. Destination is freedom for Biafran people. If anything, I think Nigeria is obviously gone. Looking at the foundations in which Nigeria was not meant to be a country. Our history was interrupted, and this is where Nigeria finds itself. Not every situation has to be a bad situation. I have to leave it like that. But given the foundations of this country and what it is now, ugh, it's tough. The world is tough. Everywhere is tough. Um. So yeah, I mean, Nigerians have properly gone into survivor mode. Survivor mode. Survivor mode. What other mode is there? So I mean, I just have been in survivor mode, but then they were obviously going along with it. Now things are getting tough. But depending on how things go, um, when Nigerians are ready to make a change, they'll make a change. It's fine. It may be harder because at the time when Nigerians be willing to make change, things may be tougher. In terms of living standards and what they are forced to do. Except Nigerians are just willing to allow any government come in. Because again, it's like we understand that yes, it is hard, but then it's not as easy to just go and protest. It's not as easy to just say we don't want this. It's not easy. It's never easy. But then it's like you whatever you try to do in the country, you're not gonna reap anything because the people leading the country don't know what they're doing. Especially with surviving, money is very important. The economy is bad. We're not industrialized. We don't produce anything. We're importing. Debt has skyrocketed. So again, what can you do? Of course, all this is sad. But except everyone tries to leave. Going to Ghana, I mean, even the UN has said it. That Nigeria better sort whatever it is going on. Because the world is not ready to accept 200 million refugees and immigrants. Oh, yeah, search it up. The UN the UN spokesperson, whatever, they said it. They literally said it. So, I don't know. Because no one else is going to solve it. And fact is, obviously, people are trying to leave the country. They're trying to, find another place that's outside the country. And all this requires funds. And now people may now be desperate because they don't have the funds and will go through some means that are not really the best or that will come back to bite them. And it's not worth it. So they're just in a very forced, in a desperate situation. I mean, things have to change. I do sense that there'll be, outrage coming out very soon. I do sense that there'd be protests and stuff, but things just have to change at this point. Like it just has to change. That's it. Except that just are comfortable what it is and are ready to deal with Nigeria for how many years. What I can say is that things will get very, very worse and then change will happen. That's it. That's how it works. The people have to get triggered and angered in their spirit. That's it. Put what you think and don't forget to like and subscribe.